Hello everybody and welcome to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Watts Farm 17. You can find this map over at the PCSG UK website, and there will be a link in the description below. So a little bit about this map. This map is a very small map stuck in the middle of Nowhere Valley, kind of as the description in the mod link will tell you. He started Watts Farm in FS15 and never really got to show its full potential, he said. So here it is for Farm Sim 17. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So we're going to pick our gator, but I don't know if we're actually going to need it because this is a very small map. Let's go ahead and pull up the log. So there's a couple errors at the top that are completely unrelated to this map. So this map does load up completely error-free. So this map is seasons prepared, which means it does have a snow mask. I'm showing you this video without seasons enabled. For those, I wanted to basically show you the map in raw format. If you wish to see this in seasons, then all of these trees will obviously be changing in color, and there is a snow mask in place, so you will have bale rotting if it does get wet. You will have snow that appears on the map, and the snow will not be in the buildings. So with that said, let's take a look at the map itself. So as you can see, it's a fairly small map. Let's see if we can center this a little bit better. There you go. So the main farm is right here. All three of our animals are off to the side a little bit in their own little areas. And then we have a sawmill and a biogas plant, and all of our fields are here in the middle. Now, there is a little bug with this particular version of the map, and I have let the author know about it, that all of the fields report being the same size, and therefore the cost of all the fields are the same. So we will not be comparing the size of these fields, because right now, if you look at the sizes, they're all reporting to be the exact same size, and clearly field 10 down here is significantly smaller than field 8. So we have our standard crops on this map. And we start by owning fields 7, 2, and 14. There are two main sell points on the map, Denton Bakery and Goldcrest Pacific Grain. And then we have, of course, our other sell points like the spinnery, the sawmill, and a few other deals. I did this video on hard mode, so we start out with no crops in our silo. And we start out with a fairly decent fleet of equipment given the size of this map, and it's all fairly new, so the maintenance will be low, and there is nothing leased. Let's go ahead and take out a loan so we can buy some animals. Okay, and we start out with no animals. We have all three animal types on this map, and nothing in the various feed areas. And our silo has a capacity of 100,000 liters. All right, so let's go ahead and buy up our gator. Okay. Now let's take a look at the store. Where is the store? So the store does. I'm not sure if the store has an icon or if it's just hidden there. Let's go ahead and hit reset. There's no space available. So this is why. Let me show you this. Basically, all of our starting equipment starts up lined up at the farm, and there's no room in the end, if you will, for anything to be reset. And in fact, there's still some equipment down at the main store that still needs to be moved up. So let's kind of run around to the farm and go ahead and take a look. So as we're going around, let's go ahead and take a look around at the map. So you can see that we are surrounded by mountains. This is a truly small valley surrounded by mountain ranges. So let's go ahead and come on down here. And while we're down here, we'll take a look at our starting fleet, and then we'll move some stuff out of the way so that we can reset our gator. So we start out with two tractors, range in horsepower from 125 to 143. We have our front loader arms with a bucket and pallet fork. We've got the smaller New Holland 5.90 harvester with corn and grain headers. We've got the Farm Tech tipper, cultivator and plow, the small seeder, and we have our sprayer, we have a front mower, a forage wagon, and our pickup truck. So let's go ahead and move some stuff out of the way. Connecting to the back. Alright, that should be enough. So once we've freed up some space, we have our gator here that we can go ahead and drive around on in. But while we're at the farm, let's go ahead and take a look. So you can see we've got some sheds scattered around here. This is an American-based farm, so we have our flag here. We have our silo tip and fill points. And then we have these sheds. They all have operating doors. Okay. So here we have tip points for sugar beets and potatoes, if you wish to use it for those. So we have our cow area over there. There's our barn to buy hay, straw, and grass, or sell. You see all these doors work. Let's go ahead and jump on over here. So for being such a small map, we have an overabundance of storage, I would say. Leave these little doors open too. So there you go. That's the main farm. Main farm yard. Here's our chickens. Let's go ahead and get on our gator, and then we'll drive on over to the various animal areas. Let's start at the cow area and work our way around the map. I'll zoom way out, so some people seem to enjoy this angle. Alright, so we have, of course, our manure and slurry points here. We have our feed trough. Cows can get some shade here. This will take us over to the pig area. We'll go there next. We have our water trough here. We have a storage shed here that we can use for storing our bales, because this does have a snow mask So this will be a dry space to store things. And we have a silo over here for hay, chaff, mixed rations, straw, grass, and silage. And then we have a silage clamp. Let's go ahead and check our F1 menu and see the trigger activate. Okay, and then we've got our big large feed trough here. So this is a standard Farm Sim 17 cow area, so this should be where we are going to buy our animals. And there they are. There's our mooies, moo-moos. So you can see over there we have fill points for seed and fertilizer. We also have our hay, straw, grass buy point there, as I pointed out. And then we have this nice area pad here that's been set aside for placeables. Or maybe you want to put in another storage shed, silo, or something. So let's hit our sheep next, since they're right here. So again, this is just a standard Farm Sim 17 sheep area. So we go here to buy our sheep. Our wool pallets will spawn over here. And then, oops, I believe our wool pallets will actually spawn over here. So that is a little bit different. Thank you for the marker. And we have our water trough and our grass trough here for our sheep. And our sheep have this nice nice pond here in the middle. Nice reflections, very nice water treatment on that. So it's interesting we have to still supply water when they have their own water right there. All right, let's swing around to the pig area. So even over here at the pig area, we have kind of a storage shed where we can store whatever we need related to our pigs. We have our water trough. Here we have storage for straw. So we can store loose straw in here. Or we can store our bales of straw in that building over there, which will have the snow mask in it. We have a water trough. Here's where we're going to buy or deliver our pigs. And there they are. And then we have our manure and slurry points. So this is another way to get into the pig area. The main farm is down below. So like I said, we're not going to check the field prices on any of these fields because they're all going to report to be the exact same price. So here's a field off to our left. This field of what appears to be wheat is one of our fields. What is this over here? Oh, we have an old abandoned harvester, kind of just buried in the woods. So you can see how beautiful this map would look with seasons enabled. with all of these trees down here, the low trees having different colors on them. So this cornfield is one of the fields that we own. Then we have a beautiful waterfall into a pond here. There's a fair amount of forestry that we could cut down if we wanted to do forestry here. So we're just going to go ahead and drive on around here. There is a place where you can back down and get water. It's a bit precarious if you ask me. It seems to be a pretty steep incline to get down in here, so you need to be very careful that you don't roll on into the water and lose your equipment. And we've got a nice resident there who's fishing. So let's go ahead and swing on over here to, I think this is the BGA. We've got some very steep cliffs that we have to drive through. Whoops. This is indeed the BGA. We have 2 wide silage bunkers here. Go ahead and check the triggers. So the trigger starts right here, right at the entrance to the bunker. Let's go ahead and run on here to the end. See where it ends. So again, it starts right there at the end. We have our Silo King and we have our Digestate tank. There is some space over here if you wanted to put something else. So we'll continue around the exterior. This would be field 8. This is your largest field. Here we have our spinnery. You can see wool is marked here. Here we have a buy point for slurry, and this would be one of our grain buy points. This whole area is lined with trees. I want to try to give you a view, but then at the same time not have trees in our face. So down here is our main forestry sell point. We also have some trees that we could use and cut down. So we have a crane if we wish to use a crane. We have the log pond, again with this really beautiful glassy water. We have log sell point. Around the side here we have a wood chip sell point. And also you can sell board logs there because here we have the sawmill that makes pallets of board logs. And you would put sawmill, or not wood chips, straw, or wool right here as fuel. You'll get board logs and wood chips out, and then also you need to supply logs here. And then you can see we've got a really nice kind of winding road in here through this little forestry area to cut down trees and just work. And with Seasons Mod, it kind of brings forestry into its own. Because if you are pretty much done your field work and you're still waiting for your crops to grow, you're waiting for the seasons to change, you can come in here and just spend a little time doing some forestry stuff, cutting down some trees, making a little extra money. So this map is so small, we're almost done our whole tour here. So now we're coming into what I would call the shopping district. So we have a fuel point over here. We have our shop. And as you can see, we still have a plow here that we can now reset or come down and pick up. Got this nice old tractor here as decoration. We have our customize and sell bay over here. And then we have the bakery, which takes our eggs and should have a dump around back. Yep, this is our other grain sell point, the bakery. So beyond looking at the fields, like I said, they're all the same price. They're all listed as being the same size. So that's really pretty much the only knock on this map. That is the whole map, everybody. You can see it. Let's go ahead and let's actually just go ahead and take flight and see this from above, since it's so small. We'll get a good bird's eye view of the whole place. So we have our forestry area back there. There's one of our grain sell points. We were BGA through that area. There's our main farm and our animals. And that's the map. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. We do map videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So until next time, happy farming.